From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The Prime Ministers of Canada and India have had their first handshake since Justin Trudeau accused the Indian government of being involved in the killing of a Sikh activist in British Columbia. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi says he and Trudeau had a brief discussion on their bilateral relationship. The face-to-face happened at the G7 in Italy. Leaders of the G7 countries, meanwhile, say they are more concerned than ever about foreign interference and plan to create a collective response framework to counter foreign threats to democracies.
In a final communiqué released today, they outline a plan to create a collective response framework to counter threats to democracies. The leaders of Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy, France, Germany, and Japan are meeting in Italy. The communiqué says ministers are tasked with getting the foreign interference framework together by the end of the year. It says that will include publicly exposing foreign operations of information manipulation. The communiqué also calls on tech companies to better prevent and counter foreign interference and information manipulation, including through the abuse of artificial intelligence. This comes after Pope Francis delivered a warning about AI to leaders earlier today. Nujura Melissa, Canadian Press, Savelletri di Fasano, Italy.
Federal New Democrat leader Jagmeet Singh says his party will continue to support the Liberal minority government, despite him criticizing the Prime Minister for failing to protect Canada's democracy.
I believe he has not taken the steps he should have to deal with this. He has sent the message that he is willing to accept some level of foreign interference.
A spokesperson for the opposition Conservatives says if Singh really has concerns over the Prime Minister failing to protect democracy, then he must pull his support for the Liberals and let them face Canadians in an election. A court document shows Canadian businessman and billionaire Frank Stronach is accused of sexually assaulting 3 different complainants. The court document says the alleged incidents took place in 1980, 1986, and last year. Criminal defense lawyer Brian Greenspan says he's representing Stronach and that his client categorically denies the allegations. Stronach is the founder and former chief executive of auto parts manufacturing giant Magna International, but he's no longer affiliated with the company. The Princess of Wales has provided an update on her health for the first time since announcing in March she has cancer. The 42-year-old says she's making good progress as she undergoes chemotherapy. Reporter Lama Hassan says Kate is focusing on the silver lining.
The princess says that when she is well enough, she will be engaging with school life as well as starting to do a little work from home. So that's an update that we hadn't heard before. She says that she's been blown away by the messages of support and encouragement from people saying that this has actually helped her and William through some of the hard times.
Kate says she will attend King Charles III's ceremonial birthday parade tomorrow. It'll be her first public appearance since her diagnosis was revealed. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays are back home tonight to start a 3-game series with the Cleveland Guardians. Kevin Gausman gets the ball for Toronto. He's 4-1 over his last 7 starts. In CFL action, the defending Grey Cup champion Montreal Alouettes will visit the Edmonton Elks tonight. The Ottawa Senators have signed forward Cole Reinhardt to a 1-year, 2-way contract. And in soccer, Toronto FC welcomes the Chicago Fire tomorrow. It's a team that's unbeaten in its last 3 games after a 7-game winless run. Toronto coach John Herdman says Chicago arrives in form.
You know, for us, we know that they're in good rhythm, they're in good confidence. They've had a few results and they're coming here with that confidence. So I think for us, we have to just maintain our home identity, but be ready for what I'm anticipating, a team that can take you right till the 96th minute.
Toronto is missing some key pieces through suspension and international duty. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.